Did you know that we spend nearly half of our lives on a mattress? And your little one actually spends more than half of their life on their crib mattress for the first few years. It's true. Most parents think that a crib mattress is just a smaller version of an adult one, but the wrong choices can actually put your little ones at serious risk. In a pair of peer-reviewed studies led by the University of Toronto, the researchers found concerning levels of phthalates, flame retardants, and other harmful chemicals in the air of young children's bedrooms, with the highest levels lurking around our kids' beds. Oh my goodness. In a companion study, researchers also confirmed that children's mattresses often contain these chemicals and were likely the major source of these chemicals in children's sleeping environments. And this is why parents need to pay attention, because these chemicals are actually linked to neurological and reproductive problems, asthma, hormone disruption, and even cancer. It really is so scary. And these studies conclude that governments and mattress manufacturers must take action to get these chemicals out of kids' mattresses, and I couldn't agree more. And that's why, as a baby planner who helps families choose the best products for them and their babies, I wanted to learn more about what really goes into making a quality mattress and what to look for when choosing a mattress for your baby or your family. It's one of the most important purchases you will make, so let's make it a safe one. That's why today I was actually invited to go behind the scenes at Naturepedic's factory in Cleveland, Ohio, and share my experience. We're going to see exactly how mattresses are created from raw materials to the finished product, because it's important to know that this one change can make the biggest difference for your kids' health. So let's go. Can you tell us a little bit more of the history of Naturepedic and the purpose behind your mission?
Sure. You ready for the bottom line? Yeah. Naturepedic is an accident. All right, I'll give you the whole story. My wife sent me to a baby store to buy a crib mattress for our first grandchild. And I walk into the store and a little bit of research, whatever. Polyurethane foam, toxic chemicals, formaldehyde, pesticides, GMOs. Like, give me a break. Yeah. It's not good for anybody. When I came home, I told my wife, we're not putting the baby on this. Are you kidding? Are you nuts? You know, what kind of world are we living in here? There are officially 85-something thousand chemicals out there that have been approved, that have been invented in the past 100-something years. And virtually all of them have never been tested for toxicity. My opinion is you should not be able to use a chemical until it's proven innocent, proven safe. So as far as Naturepedic is concerned, I wouldn't buy anything from the store. So I'm kidding around with my wife, and I say, you know, my father, my grandfather slept on straw. We have Amish friends. Let's go get some straw. I was sort of kidding, but not entirely, but sort of kidding. So finally we made a mattress, and then one of my kids put it on the internet, and people started sending me money, and I go, what? You're sending me money? Better start making some mattresses.
How long are your mattresses good for? Because most people say 7 to 10 years. Like, how long can we use yours?
I mean, we have a 25-year warranty on all of our mattresses, but generally, just for overall health reasons and everything else, at probably 8 to 10 years, you should be replacing your mattress no matter what. I would say over 99% of mattresses probably have some sort of glue or adhesive in there, and they're lung irritants, they can be skin irritants, and we just choose not to use them. We're one of only a few mattress manufacturers that are actually using glueless coils. Yes. If you cut open most coils nowadays, they're just lathered in glue, and ours are actually heat tempered. As you can see on these mattresses, and this goes for our crib mattresses as well, we use a thing called a hog ring. It's kind of like a round staple. It takes a lot longer to make these things, but it allows us to not have to use glues or adhesives in any of our process.
I love that, and it's all here in the United States.
It is correct, yeah. We do all of our finishing and mattress manufacturing here in Ohio. we're the only crib mattress manufacturer in the entire world that's actually using heat sealing to seal our products. Everyone else is using glue adhesives, they're using standard tape edge. Standard tape edge, actually, they don't even allow that in Canada anymore for crib mattresses.
Wow.
And the reason being is if your baby can throw up, it can go along and spill to the side of the tape edge and then get inside of that mattress. These machines up here actually heat it up to 1200 degrees and actually melt this product to itself that actually makes the final shell. And how it's able to melt itself is another thing that's special to Naturepedic and Naturepedic only is we use non-GMO sugarcane to waterproof all of our crib mattresses. So we're the only crib mattress manufacturer to do that.
I'm curious, what do you tell parents when they're it's been 7 to 10 years? What should they do with their mattress?
If they're done and ready to retire it, what we've done in the past for returns that we get on crib mattresses or just something that might not be up to snuff for us as a company, dog shelters, love them. We've donated a lot of dog shelters around here. We take our used and less than desirable crib mattresses there, and they're always looking for new mats for pets, and they get to have a second life, and now the puppy gets to sleep on an organic mattress, so it's nice all around. Anything that gets made, there's some level of waste that goes into it. And even though we're, a very fast-growing company, we want to do our part from being an organic company, and it's just the right thing to do. So we found 2 companies that are actually going to be able to take a lot of this excess material. We might be able to do 2 things with it. Either we can have it respun into another material that we can use for some new product, or it can go into another industry where they can use it again and get a second life instead of all this ending up in a dumpster. Most crib manufacturing is very, very quick and cheap, and the amount of labor that goes into every single one of our products, it's not done within 5 minutes. So in the overall design, too, that we're doing of how we're able to achieve no flame retardants and no flame retardant barriers is obviously organic cotton by nature, doesn't ignite, it does smolder. But the way they're cutting everything to the certain fabrics we use to hold everything together allows us to achieve those flammability tests without using any nasty things for the babies. So this is also the same food grade polyethylene that they use on the inside of the mattress, and what allowing this to do is, again, just firm up that mattress even more to be able to hold up over the test of time. Yeah, and breathable is really, it's important for the most for us as a company, of not for fear of SIDS or anything like that. I mean, no matter if it's us or another crib mattress, never have anything in your crib, just your baby.
Right.
And as long as it has a firm, flat surface, you're generally going to be fine.
Yes.
If you put your hand on a waterproof crib mattress for about 5 seconds, it starts to get real sweaty.
Right.
So that's why breathability is important to us at Naturepedic, because if the baby actually sleeps, if their temperature is regulated throughout the night, they actually get better sleep. So you as a mom or a dad, you're going to get better sleep too. So these are like giant air hockey tables. So all these individual holes blow air up. So as they're moving the fabric around, it actually allows them to get more precision sewing without having to use a lot of heavy machinery. They hand sew all these zippers on. This is for our EOS line. The whole bed actually unzips, so you can change all the layers to, if your partner likes firm on their side and you like plush on yours, you can actually get a firmness level that suits you. So after you saw the coils get made, they go into another part, and they put them into these forms, but then they use heat sealing again to crimp the outer sides of the coils to actually help keep their shape. So we actually use a thicker gauge coil on the outer perimeter to actually get that edge support. We could have things pre-cut, we could have, it all shipped over to us already to be made into mattresses, but we just choose not to. It allows us to have a lot more quality control over the final process. In 2023, we actually eliminated about 62,000 pounds of plastic from going into landfill every year because we use craft paper to roll pack our mattresses now. What they did about 15 years ago is they took 2 rooms. One was legacy furniture, so stuff that was made like prior to the 1950s, and put it in like a room, like a replica living room inside of a warehouse. And then they took a modern day living room, put it right next to it. And they put a lit candle on the couch of each one of those rooms. And it was very frightening of what ended up happening, because that legacy room, it took over 30 minutes for there to be flashover, meaning that it would actually expand it to the rest of the house. So the whole rest of the house would catch on fire. But the modern day living room, it only took 3 minutes for there to be flashover. And the amount of black smoke that was pouring out of that room, that's ultimately what ends up killing people in most house fires, is the black smoke. And you'll see some of that black smoke coming out of that polyurethane foam that we're about to burn. And that's in your couch, that's in conventional mattresses, and it's just so bad for you.
Tell us about the certifications. We need to know, what do parents need to look for and when they're shopping for mattresses?
Our biggest one that we've had the longest is our GOT certification, which is a global organic textile standard. And some people see a lot on clothes, but we were one of the first ones to have it on a mattress. And what's really great about that certification is, whether it's on clothes or mattresses, is we have a third-party verifier that comes in 3 times a year. They pull one of our mattresses off the shelf, whether it's an adult mattress or a crib mattress, and we have to tell them what farm that cotton came from and what crop it came from as well. We have to have full traceability from the time that seed was planted to the time it showed up to our factory to make sure that it was unfussed with. As a mattress company, it kind of sets the tone for how we operate in general. You know, we also got EWG verified last year. We were the first mattress company, thank you, the first EWG verified mattress to achieve that, and that one in particular too. EWG, the Environmental Working Group, is such a big organization that, you know, they do all the research for parents and consumers in general. Just, you know, they have that app that you can download and shows you, you know, here's that lotion, here's that spray, here's that whatever. And, you know, now we were very lucky that they decided to take a look at mattresses because they realized of how bad mattresses really were. We're a Made Safe certified company as well, and same thing, they have a laundry list of things that we cannot have in our product, and we achieve every single one of them. You know, obviously we're not a medical device company, nor we make any medical claims, but we have had many testimonials from parents who their child had asthma, their child had, you know, eczema, they had just, you know, various skin issues or allergies in general, and they switched to sleeping on organic, and we get letters from them after the fact, within a couple of weeks, of my child's asthma cleared up, their skin irritations cleared up, just because, I mean, you're spending a third of your life in bed, and you're breathing all these things in, it's touching your skin, and there's so many chemicals that go into making these things that, unfortunately, you know, I think as parents, you know, you're trying to make all the right decisions for your kids, and I think, you know, that's where we're trying to kind of peel the curtains back a little bit to show parents of you know, what you should be looking for, because not everything is it seems. You know, not everyone can afford an organic mattress right now, or maybe you just bought a mattress a couple years ago. But, you know, the very minimalist things you should be doing is trying to get organic pillows, maybe trying to get organic sheets, just little things that you can kind of improve your overall sleep environment. I mean, your mattress is actually the largest indoor air polluter. So, you know, trying to get things to maybe cover that up a little bit in the interim can make all the difference for your night's sleep. You know, there's the old adage that children are like sponges. And it couldn't be any more true when they're babies. I mean, every single thing that they're either putting on their bodies right now, or feeding to them, or laying them down to sleep at night, it's going to change how they grow up later in their life.
All right, after seeing it all firsthand, from the thoughtfully sourced organic materials to the meticulous manufacturing process made here in the USA, I can confidently say, not all mattresses are created equal. And when it comes to your family's health and safety, especially your babies, cutting corners, in my opinion, isn't an option, especially when you hear how these toxic chemicals are affecting our kids. Choosing a certified organic, non-toxic mattress isn't just a nice to have, in my opinion. As a mom and baby planner, it's a must-have for giving your little one a healthier start. So if you are ready to learn more and make a change, go check out Naturepedic's full line of certified organic mattresses for babies, kids, and adults. And of course, all of their sleep products at naturepedic.com. You can also use our discount code BABYCHICK20 at checkout to receive 20% off all Naturepedic baby and kids products. Your mattress can be clean, safe, and supportive without all the scary stuff. So tap the link below in the description to learn more and shop now. And you can rest easier knowing you're doing what's best for your family.